Unit 4 Vocabulary. Make sure you're using the context clues and the visual aids to help you answer the questions. Adulterate. The assessment data from the vocabulary test was adulterated as a result of one student divulging the answers to the test to the rest of the class. The results were not accurate because the teacher didn't know what the students actually knew. How can someone adulterate their marriage? By setting up a date night each week, or by having an affair with another person? Ascertain. In order to ascertain the truth about who cheated on the test, the judges used coercion to get one of the suspects to confess to a crime he didn't commit. A person could ascertain their grade by making up tests and quizzes or checking their parent portal. Calamity. The mass shooting in Las Vegas was a calamity to the state. Not only did many people lose their lives due to this tragedy, but it also created a sense of fear throughout the entire country. A calamity would cause trauma for the victims involved. A. True. B. False. Cogent. Rodney presented a cogent argument to his parents about why he should be allowed to stay out past 10 p.m. on a school night. His parents let him stay out until 11 p.m. the next night. Cogent most nearly means weak or flawed, strong and convincing. Compunction. After John committed adultery, he was overcome with an overwhelming sense of compunction for cheating on his wife. John felt guilty and remorseful, or happy and excited. Discern or discerning. The job of an officer in an interrogation is to discern whether or not the suspect is telling the truth. A chef uses his taste buds to discern which flavors go well together. True or false? Endemic. Polar bears are endemic to the Arctic Sea, meaning they can only be found in a specific area. Endemic means not common, indigenous, or native. Exemplary. Jessica's work was used as an exemplary project. Her teacher thought she went above and beyond the project's expectations, and it deserved to be commended and displayed for all to see. A food critic would say an exemplary dish would A. Both look and taste good, or B. Appear tasty. Formulate. Sophia carefully formulated a plan to steal the binky from Cecilia. She waited until Cecilia turned her head to play with another toy, and then she made her calculated move. What is something you must formulate? Choosing your sister's side in an argument, or a thesis statement in an essay? Indelible. Being left at the altar by her fiancé was an indelible memory for Colleen. It haunted her for years because she couldn't erase that painful memory from her mind. What is something that is indelible? An Expo dry erase marker or a Sharpie marker? Indomitable. Despite her best efforts to crush Bob's dreams, his indomitable attitude disallowed for Sue to take away his hopes for a better future. Bob is easily persuaded by cogent arguments, or unable to be defeated or discouraged. Methodical. Mrs. Jones methodically plans her trips to the grocery store. First, she looks through all the ads to see what is on sale. Second, she writes a list of what she needs. Lastly, she ensures her kids aren't home so she doesn't have to take them with her. If you plan something methodically, you pay attention to detail and organize in a certain way. Do it in quick and thoughtless manner. Ominous. Becky should have taken the dark sky and clouds as ominous signs that the day wasn't going to bode well for her. Ominous signs in a story trick the characters or serve as a warning of something bad to come. Perpetuate. Rumors are perpetuated through gossiping. The only way to stop this is if we stop spreading false information about people and worry only about ourselves. If you perpetually lie, people will call you disingenuous or benevolent. Precedent. Mr. Green kicked a student out of class on the first day of school. He used Nick's behavior and this consequence as a precedent to show he would not tolerate disrespect in his classroom. If you set a precedent and are commended for it, you, A, would be proud to serve as an example, or B, would be mortified to be represented in that way. Prevalent. Cheating became such a prevalent problem in our school that the teachers and administrators were forced to make the consequences more strict if students continued to violate the policy because the number of cases got out of control. A prevalent problem happens infrequently or all of the time. Somber. The somber occasion called for a box of tissues, black attire, and my closest group of friends to solace me in my darkest times. If you were somber, you'd probably want to throw a party because you're in such a good mood, or sit and watch a sad and depressing movie to match your mood. Traumatic. Witnessing the fatal accident was traumatic for Rose. The image of the unresponsive victims on the stretcher was indelible for her, and she still can't stop thinking about it. If you have a fear of heights and get stuck at the top of a building, this experience can be traumatic. True or false? Vanguard. Rihanna received the Video Vanguard Award for one of her most popular songs. She's not only a leader in singing, but she's also a leader in fashion. Vanguard most nearly means the group of people who are in the leaders of an action or movement in society, politics, art, etc., or B, the troops moving at the head of an army. Viable. During the meeting at work, the CEO told all of his associates to formulate viable solutions to help turn the company around. He was looking for a quick but logical fix for the company's sales. Choose the definition that best describes the use of the word viable above. Capable of working successfully or feasible, or capable of living. And those are your words for the week.